'Cause I'm a high value alpha male.
All right, guys, we're going to do another session here. This time we're just going to focus on how to handle rejection and blowouts and whatnot. So, of course, that's all has to do with my fear philosophy program, which is all about working with fear, trying to overcome your fears, that sort of thing. So, anyways, stay tuned.
All right, guys. So this is me doing an approach, and you see this hot Russian girl. She's obviously pretty nice because the way I approached her was trying to do the four fundamentals. Obviously, a big smile on my face, at least. I am leaning forward, which is kind of a mistake, and this is one of the things you can't be afraid of is making mistakes. But I want to try to get in as close as I could to her. So in this situation, I had to make an exception. I had to try to lean in towards her to get as close as I could to say hi to her and use my opener, which is a very simple non-compliance compliance test. It's just a yes or no question. Are you from Florida? And so I pointed there at my homeboy. I had to be careful because he was recording this video. But anyways, so you see I crouched down. I'm trying to get as close as I can. And I'm trying to, you see that was after I shook her hand. Now, less than a minute in the conversation, I'm already inviting myself to sit down, which is another compliance test, as well as it's a way to get closer to the girl and start the conversation and let her know that I'm interested in talking to her and see how she feels about that. So the conversation is basically light and fluffy stuff. Now I am making a lot of mistakes here, even though it may seem like I'm doing pretty good. And the biggest mistake I'm making is I should be making this whole thing look better than what it actually is. Even though I got her laughing and that sort of thing, I'm using self-deprecating humor. I'm doing okay so far, but I'm not taking advantage of some other things I could do as far as getting physical and moving even closer to the girl. And I'm sweating a lot. You might not. I've sweated a lot more in other situations, but that kind of gives away that you're a little nervous and anxious. But I had much practice since this COVID-19 nonsense, so that's one of the reasons why it's hard getting back into this type of game. I'm rusty. I'm still making quite a few mistakes, and namely, again, it's the fact that I can even make this better than what it actually is in fear philosophy. And of course, rip off of Ozzy's fear technology philosophy. He basically talks about how you want to make it look better than what it is. So because I'm not doing that, she's fine, but at the same time, it's about me. It's the fact that I'm still kind of stuck in my head because I'm trying to, I know what to do, but the fear is preventing me from making this look a little bit better. Because one of the things I could do in this situation is I could make her stand up, because I asked her how tall she was, and it's a pretty tall girl. She plays basketball. She's trying to be a professional basketball player. So I could ask her to stood up, which is something that I've done in the past, especially with girls sitting down, just to test their compliance and see if they'll stand up. And that's how you can make it look better than what it actually is. And I'm sure she would have done it. And once girls, you can see she's kind of playing with her hair and stuff like that. So those are little IOIs that are pretty cool. But here, when I went for the number close, she kind of denied it because I guess, again, the mistakes I were making. But she settled for Instagram close, which is fine. And I asked her for a date. Actually, I went for the close. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I asked for it anyways. And she said, well, it would, maybe she would, but she was going to leave that night, and she did. She was with a teammate, and we saw them later getting their stuff together and about to leave the hotel. So, anyways, the conversation actually went on for a little longer than that. It's just you saw that little break in the video. But here's the thing that I want to emphasize to you guys is, just be ready to make mistakes. Make it look better than the set actually is. And if she's sitting, just to see if she will stand, and vice versa, meaning if you're standing, and then you try to invite the girl to sit down, and that sort of thing, and or isolate her away from her friends if she's with friends. We'll try to do it as soon as possible, but at the beginning, obviously you want to have that little small talk, introducing yourself, gathering information, intelligence, as I like to call it, so you can get an idea of how much time you have and where some of the logistics you can deal with. So, and then ask for the number or Instagram close. The whole idea as a pickup artist is you want to try to close the same day, but because it takes practice to not make so many mistakes. And as experienced as I am, I've made a ton of mistakes here. But you regardless, you still want to try to go for the close, try to go for the number close, Instagram close, because 9 times out of 10, even with all the mistakes you make, you're going to be far better than most guys out there. Just the fact that, it's the opportunity for a girl, if you are doing it halfway decent, it's going to get you some results. So it's okay to go for the close, and if she denies you the number close, try to go for Instagram close, because you're going to get in the habit of, and I did it here just briefly, but you're going to get in the habit of not just getting the number or an Instagram close, but to keep talking to the girl, so that way it was just part of the conversation. And the beautiful thing about girls, a lot of guys complain, but the beautiful thing about girls is that they, the more they warm up to you, the more they are willing to change their mind. So they may initially think, oh, I wouldn't, go out on a date with this guy, or I wouldn't, necessarily go home with him or sleep with him or whatever. But the more time you spend with them, and the more, not necessarily building comfort, because that can lead to nowhere. But the more you test for compliance, lead her around, get her to stand up, get her to sit down, move her around, moving the girl, stuff like that, the more she's, willing to think, wow, this guy, he's in charge, he's a new guy in my life, I'm not doing anything else, maybe, and he's sexually arousing me, so, hey, why not, and that's how you want to think about it, So, and then the last part here is don't skip compliance tests. Very important. Compliance tests, if you skip compliance tests and you still get results, that's fine, but you're just creating bad habits. And when you maybe go to the next set, you're going to try to skip compliance tests, and you're not going to get the same results. And then all of a sudden you're going to, wonder why. And that's because you're starting to become inconsistent, and you're going to start becoming frustrated because you create bad habits for yourself by skipping compliance tests. So anyway, that's just a little video showing how to go for the close and always think about closing, and that's last part of this video series on this pitch training 101 system that I've come up with, and fear philosophy. So, but we'll have more education and teaching videos in future videos. So anyways, that's it. Thanks.
All right, guys, so we just opened up a couple of sets, and one fourth set, the girl told us to to fuck off, basically. I mean, she she basically said, "All right, it was nice meeting you guys," but that was after a while. We had a chance to talk to the girls, and it was a big group. So one of the girls offered us drinks and stuff, so that was cool. And then I talked to a really hot Russian girl. We got on video, so we're showing that. So, anyways, just want to shoot this quick video, let you know what to do when you get rejected, that sort of thing. And look like there's a couple hot girls over there, man. So talk to you next video.